Hey guys, here we are again at another video for the TARDIS console building project. We're just getting set up here to do a few more work on each of the panels. Now basically what happened is after working with John Anderson again, he was able to help me visualize all the top and the bottom panels of the actual console part of the entire build. And it was just to get our heads wrapped around everything that was going on, including all the angles and everything. So it was immensely helpful for Jay and I. So now we're shrinking down some of the panels that we cut before. Basically, we just made them a little too big based on the new ways of doing it. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna keep the video camera rolling as far as and as long as I can to get an idea about how we're working all this out. So the one thing I did do is I took things and I printed them and did all that again, so you'll see that. And then next week, we're actually gonna have some CNC stuff to play with as well. So, and then we'll start actually attaching things. But for now, we're gonna work on the panels and see how many of those we can knock out, and then we can get started on that aspect of things. So anyway, let's get this started.
So as you can see here, we're basically looking at each panel and thinking about what we have to do. So we had to chop off a bit from the top, and then we wanted to set up the sides. And since the sides had to come in a good ½ inch or so on each side, that we wanted to make sure we got the angle bevels on the first go. So then we decided to use the scroll saw just because it made more sense to use the table saw. So we basically had to set up, measure, get everything set up so that we could do it all in one go. We also did set up using the paper template in order to get everything we need to get. So it was all trimmed up and ready to go, and it was just putting the metal pieces up and then just trimming it, getting it good, getting it used to it. This is probably one of the most boring processes to show on video, but it gives an idea as far as what we have to do. Because of course we do it once, we make sure it works, and we get an idea, kind of lay out, make sure things are going to go right, and then do it again a number of times. Now we're basically setting up to do more and more and more. Here we go, bam, 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 get all the tops off. Again, once you get a basic formula of what to do, you get an idea about, you know, how many times to do it. And then once you do it, once you do it the first time, doing it 6 more times is actually a lot easier. And that's what we had to do. So I basically sketched over top of every single one of them, just so we had a line to follow. And we cut them all up.
Okay, so where we're at so far is basically trying to refigure this out. So I'm gonna show right here, just to kind of illustrate a little bit about what we're doing. And this is the 3D model from John Anderson. And this will show basically when you strip away some of the parts, you're going to see the top drawer and the bottom drawer basically, and how they all kind of go together. And when you're looking here and you're looking at how they interact, this is where we had to kind of go back to where we are. So coming back to me live here, you're gonna see that this is the top drawer, okay? So you can see that we have the angles here, and we have the M shape front piece here. And there's just some more figuring out we have to do, mainly because at this point we gotta find a way to clamp it down and figure out how that works. And it's not really my forte, as Jay's been really good at helping me figure things out and figure things out for himself as well. So we have to figure ways to do that. So we're at a point where we need to start finding ways to put this together strongly. And then we'll be knocking these parts out. So once this part's done, actually, you're gonna see a lot more about figuring out all the placement and cutting out all the actual pieces here, and then we'll go to the bottom drawers. So I know that this update may seem similar to the last time, and I apologize, but mainly it's just because now we have the 3D model from John is a huge help. I mean, seeing things and visualizing from what I want, what I saw, and all the behind the scenes photos I have is a huge help. So thank you so much to John for that. And I'm just gonna run the little video here just so you can get to see it again. It's pretty cool. And then of course, coming up with templates, which if you've seen my previous videos, you'll see that that's what I like to do. How clear is this gonna show? So you can kind of see all my templates. And this here is the side piece, which I'll probably still get CNC cut. That way, at least we have it pretty much perfect and have the holes and everything, and then go from there. And then we're at this point. We're at a pretty good point. So again, once we get this, the next time we get together to build, we'll be cranking all 6 of these and have all 6 done. So yeah, I am still full of complete sawdust here, which is pretty fun. Again, once we get all this done and I have the base done, so can't wait to get this done. I can't wait to get it all figured out and all painted and well, first you have to coat it, then prime it, then paint it, and then silver spray paint it all over. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, thought process about this whole thing, I know a few of you have been asking me about what, you know, where my next video is, and so here we are with it. So be sure to ask me anything in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the progress so far. Again, it's gonna take a little bit, but hopefully by March, it should be pretty much constructed and then back into my prop room, ready for me to add lights, switches, dials, gauges, you name it. So anyway, you know, if you want to keep up to as I do every one of those steps, if this is the first time you're seeing any of my videos, be sure to click over here and subscribe. Where am I here? Right here. Subscribe to me. I really appreciate all my subscribers, and it's been really great. I can't wait to share more of this with you. If you want to keep up with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, those are my main outlets for social media. Check those out in the, you know, below down there in the description, and follow me on that, and maybe you're gonna see some more photos here and there. And you know, so anyway, there you go. Thanks so much for liking. Thanks so much for subscribing. And I will definitely see you next week with another Project Monday, TARDIS building for sure. Well, maybe, we'll see. TARDIS building, Phasma, whatever I'm at this point. But see me next week for another Project Monday. Thank you so much for watching.